Before I came to the Hotze Wellness Centre, I was in just very bad shape. I was chronically exhausted. I had joints pain, I had muscle pain, I had bad memory fog, so I was exhausted. Exhaustion so extreme that when I wake up in the morning, I felt like I hadn't gone to bed. And it was every single day, just the same way. And it became the point where I was existing, I just wasn't living life.
Before the Hotze Health and Wellness Center, I felt exhausted, frustrated, tired, sick, miserable, pretty miserable. My energy level was so low that I fell asleep one morning with my baby in the high chair. I put him in the high chair with like some little Cheerios or finger food or something like that. And I sat down, intending just to sit down for a minute, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I looked at the clock, and I think about 30 minutes had passed. So he had been in the high chair for 30 minutes, pretty much unsupervised, because I'd accidentally fallen asleep.
It was hard for me to get out of the bed every morning. It was hard to function. It was hard to get out and do those things I'd normally do. I'd wake up every morning. My eyes were swollen, my thyroid was huge like a softball, my hair was falling out, my skin was dry. I was so fatigued, and I got so fatigued over these years that I started passing out at the wheel when I was driving. I was in a state where my life wasn't worth living anymore. I could not function. I could not make it through a day.
Some of the symptoms that I was having before I came to see Dr. Hotze were just low energy, depression, migraine headaches, and just overall not feeling the way I'd always felt. I would lose weight because I couldn't eat, and I just didn't know what I was going to do. I'm not that old, and I've got a lot of living to do, and I don't want to live it feeling like this. So you get to that point that you are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I had problems since I was a little kid. 12 years old since I got my first period, and it was just downhill from there, and progressively it got worse, and worse until I ended up at the Hotze Clinic. I was tired all the time, so I tend to not have enough time for my husband when he got home from work. I just wanted to go to bed and sleep because I was just so tired.
I also had a very difficult time sleeping at night, and yet functioning during the day. I was exhausted during the day. It was very difficult in raising children and having a husband and businesses to continue juggling all those things without the energy level that was needed and without a sense of confidence in what I needed to accomplish, which was lacking. My employees were concerned, my mother was concerned, my husband was concerned, my children were concerned, and really actually thought that maybe there was something more to my memory problems than just growing older. Women have a hard time being willing to worry about themselves because they're so busy taking care of other people that they don't want to worry about themselves.
Before coming to the center, I saw my OBGYN that had taken care of me during the birth of both of my sons. And I also saw my regular family physician. And in both places, I was met with a prescription for an antidepressant, except for I wasn't depressed. That was a problem. Like, I never mentioned to anybody that I was sad, ever. I just told them that I was tired, really, really, really tired. And I kept inquiring about my thyroid, asking them to check my thyroid levels, and they kept telling me my blood work was normal, and that basically there wasn't anything wrong with me, and that when you have 2 small children and you're trying to run a business, that you should be tired. That's just something that you have to deal with.
I saw 7 physicians, and a lot of those specialists, endocrinologists, and I saw them very frequently to see what was going on with me. I ran blood tests, did ultrasounds on my thyroid, did hormone level checks, thyroid, time and time again, with all the results coming back saying you're within normal range. But yet, with the physical symptoms that I was present with, the swollen thyroid, the eyes, the hair falling out, the dry skin, the fatigue, I just had so much fatigue, and you could tell that I was not an energetic individual.
The mainstream doctors give you maybe 5 minutes of their time. You talk about depression, they immediately give you a pill for depression. There's no follow-up with that. It's like you have to take the initiative to go in.
And that's what the doctor was doing that I went to before I came to the Hotze Clinic. They just relied on the labs and said, hey, You're within range, fine. And I happened to be at the low end of the range, and I needed to be at the high end of the range. And they weren't listening to me. I said, something's wrong. Listen, listen, listen. But they weren't listening to me. I didn't want to have the surgery again. That was the main reason why I went. I did not want to have surgery again. I did not want to have my body cut open to take the endometriosis out. I wanted something more natural.
The main difference for me between traditional medicine and the Hotze Health and Wellness Center is that the Hotze Health and Wellness Center actually allowed my symptoms to be treated, not just the results from a test to be considered.
I had suffered for 3 long years with all these symptoms, and within the week after being put on the right hormone therapy with natural thyroid, with the proper nutrients and the yeast-free diet, I would tell you I started feeling a difference within a week. I could not function before. Now I'm able to run, spend time with my family, and enjoy life. And that's the best part of it, having my health back.
Now I feel like I have a great quality of life. I have hope for the future. I have wonderful relationship with my family. I'm energetic. I feel alive again. My friends recognize me again, and I just feel completely well.
If you've ever been a migraine sufferer, which I have since I was a little girl, to have 1 month, 2, 3, 4 months with no migraines is an incredible feeling. The end result for me is that I can just see how much better my life is going to be. Again, when you've been through depression, when you've been at the bottom, and you're thinking, I'm gonna have to live that way the rest of my life. Now I'm back to who I was growing up, high energy, just a great outlook on life. And again, just so blessed to have, you've heard that phrase, to have my life back again.
Oh, I have so much energy. I can compete with my husband. He's a night owl and I'm an early bird, but now I'm both. I get to stay up late and I get to wake up early to tend to my son. So that's definitely, I didn't have to have the surgery. That was a major plus. And I lost weight. I lost 50 pounds. Yeah. Before I would eat a carrot and gain 5.
Right off the bat, I really felt like I was a lot younger. I had more vitality. I was more energetic, about 10 years younger. And even my mother felt like I really had got improved about 10 years.
I think I'm much happier. My kids just love it. They say I'm smiling and laughing all the time. It really has been absolutely fantastic. For me, it's been such an incredible experience. It's been 5 months where my life has completely changed. I felt like I was 40 going on 60. Now I feel like a 20-year-old again. It's unbelievable. People just need to listen to their bodies and go on in.